Imagine a world where we could predict the next devastating wildfire or a sudden, catastrophic flood with pinpoint accuracy, days in advance. What if the key to unlocking these critical climate insights lies not in human intuition, but in the relentless, autonomous power of robotic intelligence? This isn't science fiction anymore.
So, AI and climate change. Is it our last best hope, or is it secretly pouring fuel on the fire? You know, this is the paradox that's really at the heart of the whole climate fight right now. Because on one hand, AI offers this unbelievable promise. But on the other, its own environmental footprint is just exploding. All right, so let's start with the bright side. Let's talk about AI as a seriously powerful ally. I love this quote from Sims Witherspoon. The idea is, look, we already know what we need to do, right? We need to switch to renewables. The real problem, the incredibly complicated part, is how. And that's exactly where AI is stepping in.
It's helping in three really critical ways. First, it's completely changing the game for prediction, giving us climate models that are way more accurate. Second, it's making the systems we already have, like our power grids, smarter and more efficient. And third, and this one is huge, it is speeding up the actual science we need for things like better batteries or carbon capture tech.
And this is where you see just how revolutionary this is. I mean, think about it. Traditional climate modeling is this super slow, incredibly expensive thing that needs a whole building full of supercomputers. AI models? They can run up to 10,000 times faster on a single desktop. That's not just an upgrade, it's a total game changer. And hey, this isn't just theory. This is happening in the real world. DeepMind actually used AI to make their wind power forecasts 20% more accurate. That makes a kind of volatile, renewable energy source way more dependable, which in turn helps push out fossil fuels.
It's also giving science itself a superpower. Imagine, instead of one person trying to read a bunch of research papers, an AI can read all of them and find connections nobody saw before. It can literally dream up new materials, test them in a simulation, and then tell an automated lab how to make the best ones. We're talking about finding new batteries or new ways to capture carbon at speeds we couldn't have even imagined before.
And this is the ultimate promise, right? This is what people like Demis Hassabis are talking about. The idea that AI could help us finally crack nuclear fusion or invent the perfect battery. If that happens, you get this era of radical abundance, where clean energy is so cheap and so available it could solve almost anything, from water shortages all the way to space travel. Okay, but that incredible promise comes with a cost, a really staggering and a lot of times a totally hidden cost. So here's the pivot. For all the amazing things AI could do, the giant data centers that power it are creating this massive environmental problem of their own. And it's not a future problem. It's happening right now. The numbers here are just mind-boggling. By 2028, that's not far away, AI data centers could be sucking up 12% of all the electricity in the entire United States. To put that in perspective, that's enough juice to power over 55 million homes for a whole year. And here's a crazy little fact for you. Generating just one short video with AI can use about the same amount of energy as it takes to grill a steak. Now, multiply that by the billions of times people are doing that, it adds up fast. And you know, this massive demand for energy is already causing real problems. As Bill Gates points out, you have communities literally pushing back against new data centers. They're saying, wait a minute, we don't want our electricity bills going up just to power AI for somebody else. All of this spending has created what Bill Gates is calling an AI bubble. Now, he's very clear. The tech is real. It's not like the Dutch tulip craze where it was all worthless. But it's a lot like the dot-com bubble, where you had this frenzy of investment and a ton of companies just burned through all their cash and failed. And all of that burning has a very real environmental cost.
If you haven't subscribed till now, do it right now and press the bell icon.
In fact, the cost to just operate are so high that some analysts are predicting a mass extinction event for startups. And that's the real tragedy here. It's not because their ideas are bad, it's because they literally can't afford the power bill to run their models.
So, where does that leave us? How do we possibly square these two things, the unbelievable promise and this terrifying growing peril? Well, we have to be realistic, right? AI isn't some magic wand. As long as our grids are running on fossil fuels, AI's insane thirst for power is part of the problem. Also, it's not great at predicting the really extreme, out-of-the-blue events we need to get ready for. And, you know, even with weather modeling, it's not a full replacement for the old supercomputers. Not yet, anyway. And ultimately, I think this quote from Rachel Ferner really gets to the heart of it. AI can give us all the data in the world. It can show us the best path forward, but it can't make us take it. It can't make the hard choices for us. That part, that's still on us.
So in the end, AI is a double-edged sword, a profoundly powerful one. Its final impact on our climate, whether it's a savior or a saboteur, that's not going to be determined by the technology. It's going to be determined by the choices we make and the wisdom we use as we learn to wield it.
If you like this video, subscribe and share with your friends.